Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We are back with another episode of Sports Punch. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Happy, I don't know, President's Day or which one of those presidents we were supposed to be celebrating. But at the same time, that was it Lincoln? Yeah, I
I
don't
would
know.
assume so.
Happy
Anybody else?
President's Day.
Uh,
Happy All-Star weekend to everybody that was out there. Keith, how was your weekend? Did you enjoy it, brother?
had a good weekend. Mother Nature looked out for the boy. Had some good weather out there, good
Yes,
50 to 60
indeed.
degree weather. Also it was the B-Day weekend, so definitely had to, pop out,
All right.
enjoy some of that good weather. But yeah, I had a good weekend. Last Friday started off
Happy
pretty
birthday to
good.
KeefTooTall, everybody. Make sure y'all send that man some love.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Went out Friday right after work. Got some drinks. Checked out this spot. Called Ghost Donkey. I said next time I'm a gatekeep just because I almost certain motherfuckers come out there fucking it up the vibe. But Ghost
Wait,
Donkey, like
somebody messed up the vibe?
this one bar I used to go to nights and weekends. I feel like once I released the information on that, motherfuckers start coming in there for not fucking with the vibe, but just like as time went on, it just got worse and worse. And they say because of they just ended it there and rent or whatever, but it was other shit going on, shootings and fights and stuff that kind of like took away
Yeah.
the.
You got to learn to limit your places that you go to, limit the places that you go, that you frequent. You have to limit the people that you tell it to. So,
That was the thing. When I told you that was the first time I was there, so I was just like amazed by how good the music was, the
okay.
vibe was, beautiful women in there, but good vibes of everybody. Like a good like collection of people like blacks, whites,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hispanics, Asians. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, there's some bad bitches in here. Like you really went nowhere when you ain't see no good group of girls that was like cute, like most of them. So it was like, damn. So that's why I was like, I wish I would have not said nothing then, because I kept going back and it kept being good and good. And then tides turned after a while. I was like, okay, I can see where it's
But
getting a little.
that's the one thing you gotta worry about when you're inviting people out is, are the people I'm inviting to these places are they responsible or irresponsible? Are they gonna mess up the vibe and mess up the good time, or are they going to add to it? You got to be careful of that. And as much as I want to invite everybody out to these places, you got to remember if you become known in these places, your name carries a certain amount of weight and responsibility. So if
Mhm.
you're inviting a bunch of people that don't know how to act and they're not responsible, like people are looking at you because that's the type of environment that you're bringing into that place.
Oh, yeah. But this was a mass. And like it was like on Facebook. I was just like, damn, this place. I tagged it, saying this good
Uh,
DJ spot. So I just feel like either through word of mouth and like other people that I have, like I would invite people that I really fuck with. I know that keep it a good vibe. Definitely, like I wouldn't bring in like just anybody that I was rocking with personally. But I feel like that plus other people word of mouth.
yeah, and
I like to get.
Keith Too Tall cannot invite me anywhere because I mess up the vibe every time. That's a fact.
Yeah, man, it's
I be
gonna be
Ermin
some
and German, Goot. It be a shootout every time I come out, Goot. You know what I'm
furniture
saying?
losing for no reason. That month, like Manito.
In a gentle dang on the gentle towel. Anywhere I go, it be a shootout, son. You know what I'm saying? But no, not on my part. For everybody know, y'all know I'm a chill dude, man. I don't really be
Yeah.
I don't do much. I don't do much. So we had the All-Star weekend. It was Keith Too Tall's birthday. I don't recall any fights. Maybe there was some UFC. I don't know. I don't remember. I was
Yeah.
trying to decompress and not do much of anything besides do my laundry and iron a little bit and do stuff that kind of like made my place a little bit more clean. I still got to do some vacuuming and some what's the other one? Mopping. I got to mop a little bit. But I did do some grocery shopping. So the kid does have a lot more food in here. I did some washing, rinsing, and soaking of the berries and the cherries. So, I did my baking soda with my vinegar, and I cleaned off the blackberries, blueberries, and the cherries. And I have that clean. I got some peaches and some blood oranges in here. I got a bunch of stuff. I got to get excuse me, my green veggies in here. I got my peas and my beans. I'm thinking about making a stew with some deer sausage and everything like that on a
Okay.
gentle yang. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try that out. But welcome to the podcast, man. We're gonna go ahead and let Keith start it off. the
So
right way, the correct way on some sports, because that's why we here. I don't want to hear shit about me and my weekend. We hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, man. You was able to get out there and do some stuff. Because in Chicago, it was 60 degrees through the weekend. It was 40, 50, then it was 60.
man,
Today was like 50. And then Wednesday, which is tomorrow, right? Is
yeah,
going to
sir.
be 60 degrees as well. So get out and enjoy this weather as much as you can, and because then after that it's gonna go 40s, 40s, and then it's gonna go 30s, and it's gonna recycle back into what it is.
Yep.
And we're gonna move back into the period where what is it? Say daylight savings time kicks back in. We go back to our regular time. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only to report on the NBA from this weekend and All Star weekend, we call him Keef Too Tall, KTT. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. KeefTooTall should have been in the NBA, but not.
Should have. Should have. Some say he should have been in the NFL as a tight end, but
Bro,
it
that
just depends
when I
on who
was
you talk
younger,
to.
like I would rather. 'Cause I feel like I had decent hands. I would rather be like a tight end. I know I wasn't a receiver or nothing, but I definitely didn't want to be no goddamn line. Like I didn't want to be no O lineman, no D lineman. I didn't want to do none of that. So I was like, hey, you know what?
Nah, you don't look like a guy that wanted to be a D lineman. Now you do look like you could have been a linebacker, like middle linebacker or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I went to one practice of football with my cousins, and once I saw my cousin had like a garbage bag on in 90-degree weather, 100-degree weather, and just how they was, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'll stick to hooping
So
and
he was
everything
trying to
else.
cut weight. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like he was big dude as well. He's like same height as me, probably an inch taller, bigger than like about as big as me, and so
Okay.
he's a
Yeah, he was
little
trying to cut weight.
he had a little more weight on him, but yeah, that was the first day. I'm like, God damn, it's the first day of Moncton. And it was just too hot for me. I was like, I'm cool, and I ain't got that too much. I ain't got that much aggression to want to be on the line or nothing. So I was cool on that shit.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
But
take it on, brother.
tight end would have been decent though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think you would have been a good tight end. Keep too tall. I think you would have been one, KTT. I think you would have been one, KTT. Like what? I don't see nothing really holding you back at that point, except for you would still at some point have to be a reckless guy because you still got to block. You still got to make
yeah,
sure that the running back can get off. You still got to protect the quarterback. So,
true.
ruthless aggression would have to be one of the things that you would have to be big on in that situation.
Yeah, I had to have some type of hate going on or some, pent up, aggression, like you said. But yeah, man, NBA All Star Weekend over the B Day weekend, which is usually like my thing around my birthday, is always literally the weekend of my birthday. The day before, after, whatever. But
Now, before you start, did you stay home for the game or were you out?
us- so the Friday they kicked it off with the Rising Stars game. I was out and about, so that was like
Mm.
I can skip that. But also they had it on Peacock as well as NBC. So when I got home, I was able to watch it on Peacock. The replay. But yeah, but Saturday for the dunk contest, 3-point contest, I was at home. Sunday I was out and about, so I missed it originally, and then for the All Star game, but got home, watched it like later that night, early that morning
Hmm.
because I only could watch like most of it. I was pretty tired, but
Okay.
I mean overall, I think that the weekend I gave it a B minus because like
Mm.
the Red Star game, kind of set the tone for the weekend. Like it was a pretty solid, 3 games. They had the basically two. No, 4 teams actually, because they had Vince had a team, Melo had a team, T Mac had a team, and Austin Rivers had like the G League motherfuckers. So it's basically like a bunch of rookies and
So
sophomores.
so so why did he have G League guys? So that was just a breakup of rookies and sophomores without
Yeah,
them calling it a rookie and sophomore game. So they
pretty
made
much.
four teams.
Yeah, they just able to pick. If you could have rookies and sophomores on your team. So it was basically the young guys in the last 2 years, 3 years that was like coming up. They
Okay.
had Modest Buzelis, they had VJ Edgecombe. Supposed to have Cooper Flag, but he was hurt, so that was a big pick that Melo first pick by Melo that he didn't have. But
Okay.
but it was a pretty good start. Like the young guys were showing out, like the next wave of guys. VJ Edgecombe was the MVP of all 3-4 games. It was like round robin elimination and stuff. The I want to say one of the rising teams was getting low key starting off getting buzzed by the D League, but they're like, all right, fuck this, we're gonna wake up and get on that. But pretty solid week to start off for the Friday. Miles Buzelis had a couple. His team won with VJ Edcom. So overall, Vince Carter, his team won, beat out T Mac team in the first game, and then he beat Melo's team in the championship game.
Okay. Now for everybody, I didn't see the game. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was mostly staying at home, trying to get people on my podcast, from the sports world, from the art world, and the hip hop world. So I was not paying attention to any of that stuff until I got up and I wanted to go do my grocery shopping and all the cleaning I tried to do. I didn't really care about any of that stuff. And it's not that it's not something that I want to pay attention to. It's just one of
Mhm.
those things where I was like, this would be the perfect weekend for me to focus on that. Now, what I really wanted to do was clean up around the house a little bit more, but I needed food. You know what I'm saying? I got to have food in the house. So
True.
I got to
But
go out
then
and get
like
some more steaks and everything, which I did not do. But yeah,
that's a good thing to break up to. Was that ever a thing for you? Like, were you ever looking forward to an All Star weekend like back in the day, or like when you
the
high
last
school
time I
or
looked forward to an All-Star game, Kobe Bryant was down to his last couple of years in the league. Like that was the last
okay,
time I really wanted to look. That was the last time I really looked forward to be paying attention to an All-Star game.
gotcha. All right, that's cool. And that's the kind of thing for like the whole thing with the NBA and how they try to change it this year. Like people don't, it has lost its luster. And a lot of people don't care about the All Star Weekend as much. Or like I said, if you had other things you rather have much rather do than actually sit down and watch that or take your time out. So
So let me explain for those who may see this and may wonder what is he saying. To me, that was the last time that the NBA All-Star game might have been competitive.
yeah,
We see LeBron out there, yeah, whatever, okay. But the people from LeBron era, all of those guys aren't there. So the guys that can make that game as competitive aren't there. If
mm,
LeBron goes out there and shows how competitive he is, he'll dominate. People go, oh, he's supposed to do that. He LeBron James. He's 6'9", he's 250. They'll start naming all this crazy shit about dude instead of it just being about him being more aggressive and playing as hard as everybody else out there. And it's up to every player in the league who is signed to the league and is averaging 25, 27, 30 points a game to go out there and play as hard as you can offensively and defensively as well. Like people are paying their hard earned money to show up to see you guys deliver a product that they seen you deliver all year. All year. And now, so somebody's okay, so what's wrong? What's wrong is that everybody from the East Coast and on the West Coast and all these guys coming from different countries are all signing up to see all you guys play in one spot for one night to show who's the better group of guys that can ball. That's what they're paying for. And when you guys don't show up and you guys don't deliver, it sucks. That's why people say, well, LeBron shouldn't even be out there anymore. No, he should be out there. He's just not going to give as much as the rest of these guys are because it's not going to look the same. Then you guys,
yeah,
if you say, oh, he's a bully, he's this, he's that, he's that, and the third. I would like to see it be more competitive. I don't know, but from what I heard, this weekend was a very competitive weekend as far as the All Star games go. And I'm gonna let you get back to it, my G.
yeah. So that was a good way of putting that down. The 3 point contest Saturday night, Saturday actually Saturday, like it was during the day. It was a little earlier than usual. They started off with the 3 point contest, then they had like the shooting stars, and then the dunk contest. 3 point contest was lit. It was actually pretty fire. It started off pretty good because they had Con Knuckle, the shooting guard from white boy from Charlotte Hornets. He started off the first round. He was the first person to shoot. I think he had 27, 20, 28 points in the first round,
So
which
his
is
name is Khan
Kon.
Kon. Okay, all right.
Knuckle, white boy from I want to say Wisconsin, but it could be somewhere else. I think so because I remember their team like stopping and eating all that stuff. Anyway, yeah, he had started off the 3 point contest with 27 points, which is pretty high to start off. You know, your first the first person. He set the tone, so that made everybody else step their game up. Um, Dame Lillard actually was in the 3 point contest. He didn't play all year though. Like he, from off the torn Achilles that he had last year with Milwaukee, but he came through. He put it on fire. Like he ain't like he's missed a beat at all. Like he literally had it down pat to where he was made to the final. I had my winner was Devin Booker. I had Devin Booker win that thing, but he made him Con Knipple and
That
Dame
that's who
Lillard.
you were going for to win the 3 point
Yeah,
contest. Okay.
yeah. Because I was like, it was so many good shooters, so it was like I don't know who to pick, like who the dark horse or who the legit favorite. But I was like, I'm gonna go with Devin Booker. He do one or he do for a champion for a win. But Dame Lillard came through and won that thing. That my literally ain't played all year. Off a torn Achilles, came in and shot that ball like he been hooping all year, giving them buckets. And he won his third championship. It was lit. Like literally the first 2 rounds was everybody was going at it. There's probably like a couple people that was like Bobby Portis and who else was it? Jamal Murray. They was like kind of lackluster, but like everybody else had like 20, 25, 27. Like it was a nail biter. So that was a
So
great
so
start to the
Dame
Saturday.
came in and just shut that
So,
just overpowered everybody.
yeah. Larry, dude ain't play. Who the dude he ain't played in over a year came in and outshot everybody in a thrilling way because like he had like 30 some points, and then Booker he was getting there. And he had missed his last like money rack. He had like, money balls and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
He missed like the last one or two that he could have took over and won. So I was like, damn man, I could have been right, but Dame my boy. So I was like, all right, if anybody gonna win it, Dame we can get it.
How does a guy who hasn't played all year come in ice cold and no disrespect because I'm just saying this because like he ain't done much of anything but rehab
Yeah.
and he get out there and the bell goes bang and he catches fire over Steph Curry. Was Steph out there?
No, he wasn't. So that's the
Okay,
thing.
all
Like
right.
since he won, he was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get Steph to come out next year because I think Steph won two himself or three. I think he had three. Yeah, I think he got three as well, something
Okay.
like that. So they can go at it next year, and
Yeah.
they trying to get like all the best shooters. They trying to get Klay Thompson, trying to get Dame, trying to get Steph. Who else? It was somebody else that they said they was trying to get out there. But yeah, basically all the best, Devin Booker and like all the best shooters in the league trying to like come up next year and make this like a big event, which would be dope, and bring some type of like lore back to the All Star game if they
It
do
it
that
would
right
be. It
with the
would be,
All
bro. And
with
I
the
and I would like to see something like that if you bring all those guys back and have them all out there on the field, out there on the court. I ain't gonna say field, out there on the court, and they're all playing and playing at a high level. Like that. That's like the ultimate to see the top guys play.
hmm
Again, that's why the fans are showing up. They're not showing up just to see all the NBA players. They're showing up just to see showing up to see all the NBA players perform at the highest level against each other. That's
yeah,
why they're there. That's why they are
yeah,
showing up.
for real. So I mean, with that, that's like the All Star game is like it's literally the biggest, like the greatest, pickup game you could probably see on TV. It could be if they play it correctly. So
Facts
I would
plus
I would
facts.
like for it to get back to where like also like if they started off with 3 point contest like that next year with all the best shooters in the league, I would like to see at least like one or two great dunkers in the league who are known to dunker like legit
I
come
can
through
You
and
can't
dunk
even
them.
say two. You got to say three, bro. It got to be at least three of those guys go out there and perform.
I'm talking like just like three all star superstar like three all stars that we know, and then two just like young guys who just trying to prove themselves. So at least them two, I would love to see three, four. I was gonna say four. Like give us all four. Give us a John Morant. Give us a Zion Williamson. Give us
Anthony
whoever else.
Edwards.
Exactly, Andy Edwards. So
And then throwing some guys that come in off the bench or whatever, Derrick Jones or someone that's like Derrick Jones, guys like that who don't mind participating in the dunk contest. Like you need that. But if that's not gonna happen, like I said before, the better format to go to is a one-on-one situation where you got guys competing from 12 o'clock that day on Friday noon till Saturday around 7 or 8 o'clock, and it's just one on ones, and they have a tournament to. They pick 24 guys to decide who's gonna win. What, a
yeah,
quarter of $1 million or something like that.
yeah. So it's gonna be a minute before we even get that. It had to go like super bad for the All Star game for that to happen, probably. But we'll see. Man,
We'll
because
see.
they was asking these players the last like a year or two ago, like, would you do this? Everybody, yeah, I'll play one on one. But you would think the NBA would bounce on that if that was a real thing, or if the
Would
players
we
would.
be looking at a situation where Michael Beasley comes in and just dominates the one-on-ones?
I mean, I don't know if he would have
Because
to be
they
no.
say he is the toughest guy to beat when it comes to ones. They say he is the most ass kickingest guy when it comes to one-on-ones. Is that a situation where people are worried about that on national TV?
If the NBA let him in, yeah. I mean, he would have to be signed by a team for a 10 day, or if they just take out regular people outside alumni NBA or outsiders, because I would think that the player who probably would have to do the one-on-one would either want to face that person or they would have to schedule it where like, all right, you play this person, you play that. So I don't know who would be some good matchups who would you want to see one-on-one? Because I mean, after the All-Star game and stuff, like you would look like maybe I would love to see KD versus Kawhi. Who the real dog?
I'm not saying I would rather see them against each other, but put them two in there. Put Donovan Mitchell in there. Throw Jason Tatum in there. Throw Damian Lillard in there.
I want to see Dame versus Steph. I want to see some shit
Throw
like
those
that.
two guys. Throw
Or
those two
Kyrie
guys in there.
versus Kyrie versus
Dame, all
anybody.
that, yeah, all that. Like I want to see all that. Like, the best, the most time. James Harden, throw him in there
Right.
against Kawhi Leonard or something like that. Throw guys like that in there. Jalen Brown, like guys like that who can hoop.
I would love to see Jalen Brown versus Jason Tatum. Which one y'all the better? Which one y'all better teammate? Which one the better Celtic?
Yikes, yikes.
That's going. Cause I mean
Let's
that
not
was,
do that. Let's not do that though.
they was doing that before. They was literally saying you have to trade these two for them to win. I'm like, what?
Incorrect, and you don't have to do that.
But everybody want to. Most want to see that though.
You don't have to do that. Right now, Jason Tatum is out, and Jalen Brown is keeping his team around number three or number four. He's showing that he is worth every dollar and every penny that they gave to him out of that $300 million. So we don't have to see him body up and go against his teammate. And then if he does win, it creates a friction where people are going, "Yo, you do know, dude, beat him, man." Like that's bullshit. Like
Either
niggas would
way,
love to do
they
that.
gonna separate
No,
anyway. You might as well go ahead and get that kick started. They
no,
already.
no,
I mean, like you said, Jason Tatum is showing he can hold his weight. So who knows? They ain't probably think like, man, we could
no.
probably get Brandon up out of here for
And
not
then you
Brandon,
get him out of there.
Jason
Yeah, I
up out of
don't.
there
Yeah,
for
yeah,
some.
yeah. So yeah, I get Jalen Brown out of there or Jason Tatum out of there, right? And then the other guy goes to God knows where, whatever team, Atlanta or some shit like that. And then the other guy just stuck. The other guy just stuck struggling because he can't do it.
That's why you gotta get some. What you get in return gotta be good, and hopefully not to a team that that's on the rise to win the championship right now. You have send them to a struggling that team, make them sink. Nah, but just give it some
KTT,
slump.
you are terrible. You are terrible. You
I
and
love it.
anybody else thinking like that,
Hell
y'all
yeah.
are terrible people, man. Y'all are willing to risk breaking up a team. So let me ask you this. Me and you on a team right now. You averaging 28 points. I'm averaging 25, right? You go out with an injury, it's on me to keep the team afloat. I'm leading the team the next year. Instead of me having my 25, I'm now averaging the same 28 that you average. And we're still winning and we're in third place. You're
Whatever.
saying let me go wherever I'm going and
No, I'm
keep
talking
you by
about
yourself?
Jason, but I mean,
No, no, no. I'm not. Fuck them. We talking about me and you on
uh,
the same team. You're averaging 28. Let's say you're averaging 30 points a game and you get hurt. You're out for a year. I step up from 25, 26 points a game to now I'm averaging 28 points a game. And we're third in the East or fourth in the East. You're saying break it up because I now average 28 points a game?
no, I'm just saying they could play one-on-one in a all-star setting to show who really the man out here. I mean, I don't know. Like when I play my guys, I be wanting to bust their ass. So like,
Yo, I
I don't
want to
got no
bust my
problem with it.
guy. Yo, when it comes to basketball, one on one, like I want to win, but I don't want that type of friction to carry over and it becomes a problem.
Leave it on the court.
Leave it on the court. My man, that's what I'm saying.
That's all. It's never gonna. I mean, of course, the media gonna make it that way, but If y'all just show y'all, it's all love in the end. Yeah, 1-on-1.
That's all I'm saying, brothers. Especially if you're on the same team and y'all got to hoop against each other. If this situation happens, leave it on the court. We not asking y'all to fall out and say that I'm better than you and it's basketball. Like we want to see the best against the best. That's what competition is. Unlike boxing where guys get to pick who they get to fight,
Yeah,
football, basketball, track, it don't matter where you from, where you come from, who you know. If you are that good, that's all we want to know. Is are you that good against this guy who we consider to be great?
just imagine watching a Giannis versus Wemby, a Luca
Ooh.
versus a Kyrie. Like they buddies, they real.
No.
But
No. Would you really
those,
put Luca against Kyrie or would you put Luca against Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown?
I mean, we seen what Jalen Brown did to Luca in the finals. He gonna
That's
lock
okay
them.
though. That's okay.
But I mean, it'll be interesting. But I'm just saying, like with Kyrie and Luca, they can score from anywhere,
They
and both of them
can,
do
but
two
one is
different
six
things.
two, one is 6'2", and the other one is 6'7", brother.
But yeah, that's how Cole. I'm not even a Kyrie fan like that, but that's how Cody is. That he can shake and bake you, get past you, boom. He gonna
Mm.
play. He gonna foul you hard. This
Mm.
man, this man wanted to play Kobe 1-on-1. So I ain't trying
I,
to hear
I
that.
I would rather see Kyrie and Steph.
This man ready. This man ready to play Kobe. And if he can shake, if he think he can stop Kobe,
And he did not. And Kobe embarrassed him. And Kobe made him look bad. Stop it. Stop it. Let's not do that. Kyrie,
I like the confidence.
yeah, I like the confidence too, but it becomes delusional at the point where you try to go up against a guy and then he's right there in front of you and he shows you you're 2 to 3 years out of your space. Like I know what you're gonna do, when you're gonna do it, I know how you're gonna do it. So I'm Batman out this hole. But Luca versus Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum would be more logical to me. Yeah.
We got Joker versus MB. Who the best? Who the best center? Who the real best center?
Yo, I would like that. I would pay for that.
See, you can do duos too, like 2-on-2 or whoever.
No, we ain't doing no duos. No, 1-on-1, bro. Bring Tracy McGrady's league into the fold and let them play 1-on-1s. Or like you said, 2-on-2, maybe.
Like that, like yeah,
Whoever has a 2-on-2, like yeah,
the,
let's
the, the
let's ride
best
with them.
tag. Like you could be Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown versus. I mean, at the time it could have been Kawhi and James Harden, but now you know
It could
whoever got
even
the
have
better
been James
duo.
Harden against Donovan Mitchell
Oh,
too.
yeah, exactly. So East Coast divisional or conference, rivalry. You know,
Yeah,
depending on
yeah.
if you.
But how many teams are actually twos? How many teams are actually twos? Who else?
I
I
think
thought it was gonna be I thought it would be Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson, but they
that could have been one, but that's definitely gone. You can do some NBA Jam type shit, like you got LeBron and Luca, or Luca and what's the other
Austin
white boy,
Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Then you got, I mean, now Utah, you got Jaren and motherfucking Laurie Marketing, Jaren and Keontae George.
My thoughts on that Utah team is they are going to break that up. Like that's not gonna stay. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pit stop for probably either Jaren Jackson or Laurie. Like they have to really draft really well for that team to get back good, like they did with Karl Malone and John Stockton. And hopefully you would think they hope to keep them there. Thinking about Karl Malone, he a old country bumpkin motherfucker type, so he was cool probably standing around the white people. But if these young kids, like black kids trying to live in Utah,
Not
unless you
working.
unless you from Utah
Not
or
working.
Idaho, some shit like that, and then Nevada, all that Idaho in that area,
Mm-mm. You don't want to be there.
yeah.
You don't want
So
to be there. You got to be like Darren Williams or something like that. Carlos Boozer. You got to really want to be there in a place like Utah.
yeah, I'm mad at the Utah Jazz drafted my boy Darren Williams. I want him to coach somewhere else so bad.
Nah,
He made them back lit though for that.
nah. He got them where they were supposed to be for those years that he was there. Salute to Darren Williams. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Darren Williams, who was giving people that work, and some reason over the weekend people was talking about him versus Chris Paul again. Like some people
Mm-mm.
don't think it was a conversation. Like yes, it was. At one point, Darren Williams was given by everybody that work in the
Mm-mm.
NBA.
Give me Darren Williams against I. It would have to be Coutinho Mobley, Steve Francis, or Baron Davis.
I
That would
mean,
be a better matchup to me. Yeah. Maybe yeah, maybe throw in Chris Paul.
that was the 1 and 2, and when it was coming up,
Maybe
that,
throw in
that
Chris
was that
Paul.
was 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't know if you got to go back and watch some Darren Williams highlights.
I don't. Or let's throw in some Brandon Jennings somewhere. I think that might be more effective for a
Nah,
Chris Paul
nah.
type of player. No,
I mean, if Brandon would have stayed healthy, maybe, but after his second year, he was just solid. He was great. His rookie year, fire. He scored 55 points in like his sixth game or some shit. So he was hooping. He was in high school. He was a hooper. Overseas when he went over overseas, his first
a
couple of years.
player in a league from college to pro that played for University of North Carolina that never reached his full potential that I wanted to see more of was Shammond Williams. Shammond Williams, I don't know where you are. You were one of the dopest guys I've ever seen to shoot 93% from the free throw line and be just like a dope ass player. But we never got to see you reach your full potential. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but um, you was one of them guys coming out of UNC with Vince Carter and those guys, Ed Cota and everything. And I thought that dude was so dope that I kept saying, yo, he's gonna be a great point guard in the league, and it never materialized for whatever reason. But that's the NBA, that's the league, that's the way things go. Everybody got their initiatives and their narratives of how they want these players to be. So,
Yep.
um, if y'all ever go back and check out Shamond Williams, check out his University of North Carolina, Shamond Williams UNC. Check him out on YouTube, right? Like you guys, I think you guys will be satisfied with what you see. And then his short stint or his stint in the NBA, you guys can see how he hoops and how he puts everything together. But I don't think he got enough of the publicity or the playing time that he should have gotten to prove his skills and his worth on the basketball court. That's just me talking. Maybe there's something else that I don't know. Maybe there's something else that I didn't see. But Shammond Williams was just one of those guys, man. And we all know that UNC had dogs on those squads. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Throughout the history of it, damn near.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, but the dunk contest was weak as hell. You had four nobodies. Nobody
Uh
knew.
huh.
This one dude, Jackson Hayes. Only reason he got in the dunk contest is because he did a East Bay between the legs, against the Bulls when he played, when the Lakers had came to Chicago. So only reason he got in that dunk contest, but he was ass. His first dunk was a regular like one
You
hand,
said he
like
was what? You said he was
he
what?
he was ass. Like literally, like he went for the a dunk originally, and then like he didn't get it off. So for some reason he went back, and he had either enough time or he just jumped midair and was finna do it, and then changed his mind and just did a regular old one hand tomahawk slam. So I was just like, oh my god! But it was just a bad. This is probably one of the worst dunks in a while. Just a bunch of lanky motherfuckers that like just trying to jump. And then this one dude, the dude that won it, this dude, I think his name was Rashad Johnson or Jackson from Miami.
Keshad.
Okay, Keyshawn, from Miami
K
Heat,
E
which
S H A D or whatever.
never heard of him, never seen him. Even people was like, man, he must have just got caught because he never been on no betting slips or nothing.
I've
That's how
never
you
seen
know.
nobody dance that much during a dunk contest.
Oh yeah, he was definitely.
And we
He was-
know what his dance was. He was celebrating and representing for something, but at the same time, no, fam, no.
yeah, he kept trying doing the fake Jordan like little side cradle of the rock, and then I was just like, oh man. So I mean he had the best dunks, but like the rest of them, I was like, come on, dog. We need to get like somebody. And then the dude, the white boy that Mac McClung, who won like three of them, he dropped a video of like dunks he would have did, like four of them. If he would have did that in the dunk contest, he would have won the fourth championship because all of them
Mm.
was better than. any of the dunks that was in the dunk contest. So they gotta get this right, man. I know I understood like I knew like 10 years ago, 15, like it's only so many dunks you could do, but like once I see these dudes online on YouTube doing it, I'm just like, all right, you gotta be super athletic to do it, but like working on it too.
Like I said, once Vince Carter did those dunks and was done with it, he kind of put the league in a bad place. Well, he didn't put him in a bad place.
Shit, he
Bad
brought it
place.
back because
No, he brought it. He brought it back, but he also let them know that there was nothing better than me when I did this. And since then, there hasn't been anything better than him. Well, actually, when Eric Gordon
actually
and Zach
this
Levine,
that was the
like that
probably
was a
that's
that
actually
was
probably the best
yo.
competition. One like somebody was going at it with somebody. Vince was just all Vince. Like Tracy was in there, Steve Francis, I think Baron Davis. Like they was solid, but nobody was competing. After that first dunk, first two dunks, it was over with. I was like, all right. When he was like, it's
Yeah,
over, it was
yeah.
over.
When Vince did that, it really was over. But when you fast forward up to date, and you had Zach Levine and you had Aaron Gordon, who I thought Aaron Gordon should have won it
Yeah,
because he did this. He did his dunks before Zach Levine, and those dunks were hard, bro. Like,
yeah,
come on, man.
yeah,
Like the stuff they was doing.
yeah,
So and everything to me, everything since then has been blah. That's
yeah.
just my opinion. Everything
Exactly.
that I've seen since then has just been blah. How
Like,
about you? What you feel?
so I feel the same. Like literally, like Vince brought it back because it was on hiatus before that year he had won it. And so it was like he brought it back, got it back hype, and that made people look forward to it every year after that. And then every year after that was kind of like one of the same, you know, you had your Jason Richardsons, you know, Desmond, what's his name? Mason. He won one, like a bunch of random people just like when it started winning it. But Zach Levine and Aaron Gordon one, literally a duel from first dunk to last dunk on both sides. So that's why I was like, man, that might have been the one of the best dunk contest, legit full dunk contest, probably
100%.
that
I
one.
agree. I
But
agree.
Vince has the best dunks. If I that like I said, Aaron Gordon with that because didn't they go against each other twice? Because it was two of them that Aaron Gordon should have won. We lost two of them, and one of them he should have won. The Zach
Both of
Levine,
them, both of them, he should have won. They robbed
I
him both times, but that last one, well, they definitely robbed him. That was definitely
yeah,
his. He should have had that. Zach
yeah,
Levine was doing the same dunks that he was doing in the end. He just doing them a different way. It was the same fucking dunk.
hmm
There's no way he shouldn't have won either one of those. And that's why, again, to the fans, when you guys don't vote correctly and you don't punch in your vote the correct way, a guy like Aaron Gordon says, I don't want to be in a dunk contest no more.
that's
That's
the
why they do it.
that's on the judges though. The judges was boning
It don't matter whoever it was, if it was the fans or it was the judges from the actual contest.
them.
Dr.
They're
J,
supposed to.
Dr. J and all them, y'all are ass.
So
Y'all suck dirty ass, bro. With
until
soup.
they until they get some real dunkers before they get too old and put them in like Zion, like he probably got one more year before he got considered not doing
Yo,
that shit.
so I want to say it this way. Think about if Michael Jordan was a guy that was on the panel. It was a bunch of guys that were like Michael Jordan that was on you guys' panel. And
Yeah,
his job was to rate your dunks. What do you think you're getting?
I mean, if I'm Jordan, I would think he would probably go low, but like I've seen Dr. J give people some low numbers too. So yeah, he probably be about this. If it wasn't real good, he'd give you about six or a seven,
Yeah,
maybe five.
yeah.
If it's bad, but it depends on who else up there. You got the real dunkers up there, like you said, Jordan, Dominique, Julius,
Yeah.
shit, Vince, you know, Zach Levine, somebody, you know, legit who've been real winners. And they can set
Mm-hmm.
that up too. They do it right next year, set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Try to earn some of these guys next year. I don't know if it's a milestone year at all for the league. It should be. It should be. So I'm going 75, like 4, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So if they go for 80, might as well make it the whole thing. But Sunday, All-Star game, they had three teams. It was two US teams. One was stars, one was stripes. Basically, the OG team was the stripes. You know, your LeBron, KD, supposed to be Steph, but he didn't play.
Who didn't
Uh,
play?
Steph Curry.
Damn you, Steph. Damn you.
Yeah, you got the older cats, Kawhi, on that team, and then the young guns was like, Anthony Edwards, motherfucking what's that dude? Jalen Johnson from Atlanta, Jalen Duran, Cade Cunningham, all that. Uh, Great games. The first three games between the World versus USA, competitive. Wemby came out, blocking shit. Like they was playing some good defense on both sides. Like for the last probably 10 years, I've seen. Not I say five. 'Cause the Chicago one was a pretty solid All Star game, but legit playing defense and like having some type of heart out there, some type of
Mm-hmm.
pride.
Mm-hmm.
Really good games the first three games. It was that last game where it was the OGs versus the young guns, and they just you could tell the OGs was tired. They was like, all right, because the third game was so good. Like I think every game, it was kind of like the first quarter. How first quarter you get warmed up, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a tight game. Came down to a last second shot. Anthony Edwards got it going. Second game, a little more warm up. Pretty good offensive game on both sides. Defense being played. That was a World versus the OGs. And then the third game was the OGs versus I think it was Stars. Yeah. Oh, the word again. Kawhi Leonard had like 37 points in
31
12
points
and
out of 47.
31
Yeah, out of 47 minutes that was out there. That's crazy.
in that quarter. Like what? But then like Anthony Edwards ended up winning the MVP out of all the games. Like I guess they combined his points all the way. He had like 30 something points altogether. But
Ooh-wee.
Kawhi though, you would thought he was like with 31 points in that one 12-minute quarter. I'm like, yeah, but he lost. That team lost, so they had to give it to somebody on the winning team, I guess. But All Star game, B minus as far as like entertainment wise. I gave it a B minus because of like dunk contest being ass. Um, I feel like they can go back to East and West. It's just it shows that the players are just going to have to want to play. I don't feel like it was maybe a little bit of pride with the world versus the All Star U.S. team, but
I just think it just matters on the players that you're selecting. When you're looking at those guys and you're selecting them, are you looking at guys that want to play? Guys that really want to be out there. And I don't think they're taking that serious enough,
yeah.
you
So
know. But
this
anyway,
So this
moving
game
right
was
along.
actually three-fourths of the game was actually competitive, and they looked like they tried to care. So
Mm-hmm.
I give them hats off on that. But like, if they think it's like people like, is it back? I'm like, no, it ain't back yet. If they give me this another year, I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it'll be back and some actual good dunks for the dunk contest. So that's it. We're wrapping the NBA weekend. The games don't come back until Thursday, so it's a little couple more days until it get back popping.
Damn, you gonna wrap it up like that, son?
No, no, no. Just now.
Damn, not just saying on the NBA, just gonna good package it up.
I mean,
Receipts.
nothing really popped off since that and the trade deadline and the Bulls' ass right now. So we just tanking. Oh yeah, I mean that's the one thing. Like now, it's been obvious that the tanking is going on right now,
Mm-hmm.
really, really
Mm-hmm.
rampant. And even
Mm-hmm.
Mark Cuban even came out and said, the NBA should embrace that. Like, just might as well,
Because they're gonna
especially
do it anyway.
exactly. So I mean, it depends. Like you could probably try to fix that a little bit, but you have to like start like docking some shit from the teams or fucking up the draft order and shit because of it.
I agree. I
But this
agree, bro.
ain't this ain't this ain't no David Stern league no more. This is
That's a fact.
Adam Silver. So
That's a fact.
he seemed to be lenient on things and like he riding with the betting and stuff. So we'll see how that go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But your boy, my boy J Cole dropped
Ooh,
double disc album, The Fall Off.
I heard that shit was trash.
Off on first listen, it is underwhelming. It is underwhelming,
Are you
but
serious when you say
oh,
that?
so when I first listened to it, because I was on a bus and I didn't give it my full attention. That's why I was like, oh, okay, I'm not really hearing anything that's like standing out, like production wise, and like I'm not really listening to his lyrics like that. So like I got to sit down and like no distractions, listen to this, with my undivided attention. So what I did that, I give it a good 10 spins by now, like front to back, first disc, second disc, at first when I first heard it, I thought I liked the second disc more than this first disc. But after 10 times or more, running it back, running it back, running it back, looking at the samples, looking at who all on there, who contributed to it. I like the first disc, the disc 29 versus the second disc, which is disc 39, which is supposedly disc 29 is when he wrapped around. He's at 29 years old, 30
Mm-hmm.
ish,
Mm-hmm.
and he made like 10 years ago. And then the 39 disc was where he at right now, 39 years old, 40 ish. Rapping about his perspective. It's really basically like an ode to his hometown.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so it's a really reflective album, like about his coming up at 29, going back to home to North Carolina, being around the
Mm-hmm.
hood, being around his guys, seeing what he see out there. And then 39 where he at right now, and what he's kind of like either somewhat either predicted from this 29 or
Mm-hmm.
what he saw come true in this 39. But like I said, if the first couple of I was like, it's a little underwhelming, not as what I was probably looking forward to, but I wasn't expecting too much. It just it's one of those albums you definitely gotta give it a few spins, go back to it, because then even if you listen to it, you have to like go back for the lyrics and just like all right, pieces together and what he's talking about, and even the sonically how the beat is.
So I haven't listened to both parts of the album, but from what I heard on part one, it's really good. I look forward to hearing the second part or the sequel to the album. I'll probably be listening to that on my way to work.
Hmm.
So I'm okay with that. But for me, he would get like a B plus just from what he's been able to do, or he or her has been able to do. I like the direction that they're headed in.
Hmm.
The skills on it and different things like that like make a difference to me. So I'm okay with those. I'm okay with those.
Oh yeah. So right now, now I'm knee deep in the album. I got my favorites already. I got what I rock with the most, and like one of the first songs called. I mean, 2-6 is a cool song. Like get back to like representing literally like, the North Carolina area that he's from, and 2-6 means the actual code that they use when you go to jail there or prison there. The area you in, so that's why they call it 2-6.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this song called Safety, one of the few songs that actually sound like classic J. Cole, warm up, to come up, early J. Cole. I'm like, this beat has a this album has a lot of samples as well. He used a lot of influence from his younger days or like who
Okay.
he liked on his album, sampled a lot. He sampled Queen Latifah UNITY on this song, and I could hear it. I'm like, okay. But safety song, great song. Um, talking literally about just being the city of North Carolina, where he had Lafayetteville. I don't know how to say that, but
Fayetteville, right?
Fayetteville, yeah. I don't know why I say Lafayette, but that's a goddamn street.
Cause you're lame.
No, it's the street by me that I used to stay on at Lafayette, but Fayetteville, yes. And then Poor Things, man, that song goes so hard. He was snapping on some dude from Fayetteville, some rapper that had been calling him out for years. He was getting at that man, called that man a punk bitch about 10 times. I'm like, okay, he
Punk
coming with the
bitch.
heat. This could have been a song he could have got back on with the Drake and Kendrick stuff if he
Yeah.
wanted to. But he
Yeah.
he didn't do a lot of that on this. I think that's what people probably was mad about, that he didn't really touch on that too much.
But he the one that said he was being told to back down, right? So
Yeah. They say he backed out of it, he backed out of it. But Poor Things, Go Hard, between Safety, Poor Things, and then Bunce Road Blues, fire track.
mm,
Future came in and stole the show, and Tim's fire. The beat, everything from the production, song, the tone.
okay.
Those two features being the main two features on the album could have been perfect, man. And then Future did the whole 7 o'clock on the dot, like the Usher nice and slow joint. So a lot of like I said, samples, homage being paid on this album. Um, he had a song they got on there where Boosie got set it off on there. A lot of good songs. I like the song "The Let Out." What was that? I like "Run the Train." drum and bass.
Whoa.
But what was it? Bomb in the Ville, hit the
Mm,
fan. I rock
mm.
with that. That's why I think the second disc, the first disc ended up being way more what I like more than Legacy was hard. It was pretty good. Like it's like when you first hear it, you don't hear it. I'm like I don't know, but once you really get into it, it go hard for me. So like Buns Road Blues, Safety,
Yeah,
and Poor Things,
for
my
sure.
top three.
For sure. I hear you. I hear you. I'm with
And then the second disc, really good too. But you can tell he definitely leaned on a lot of just like sampling on like using people other choruses from other songs. He used elevators on
you.
the
Hmm.
Villas with Erica Badu. Inevitable was a great dope track that he rapped his whole life backwards. That was dope. But the intro to Disc 39 was fire. That beat, something about that. I forgot well, who beat that is or sample, but it reminded me of another song. So really good intro.
All right. All right.
Actually, so that was like that one. Intro is my favorite song on the second disc. Actually, the song called "Man Above," yeah, "Man Up Above," where you actually use one. What's that dude? Never would have made it.
Marvin Sapp.
Yeah, he used that sample. That's fire. He used Common's "Delight," but used the "I Love You, I Love Her Again." Song type. Basically kind of carried off where Common left off on I Love Her.
Mm-hmm.
I still love her and all that stuff. So
I do
Light
say
Sentence.
something.
I like Sentence was a fire song for like being married to his girl. Finding that one person for you.
Yeah,
Uh, and what else? Old Dog. Old Dog was cool. He had what's my man? Peter Pablo on there. That was straight. Only You with Burner Boy. That was cool. And then whole world is the Ville. I fuck with that.
that's fire. That's
Rating
fire.
that, I give it a 7.5. Potential to be 8 once
Mm-hmm.
I really finish. Like I think I'm at where I'm at with it. But 8 out of 10 for sure. A couple songs in there definitely could have knocked off the album that could have made this album stronger, or a 10 out of 10.
And for
The
the
one,
ladies and gentlemen who are listening, there's nothing wrong with his rating. Like he's giving it his honest opinion
oh yeah,
based
yeah,
on everything that he's taken in up until this point. And the things that we're talking about, what he's taking in, he's talking about everything. Excuse me. That's J. Cole. Like that's what he's talking about right now.
yeah. And, like man, I'm the biggest J Cole. I was one of the first people that knew about J Cole when he came out. Been rocking with him ever since the beginning. And
Mm-hmm.
he kind of like Nas, like he great lyricist. Sometimes he might pick some boring beats or like production might be a little monotone, but he gonna have some bars all day, every day.
Yeah, yeah.
There's only a couple songs on there, like the song "What If," which is basically him just rapping like kind of like in the Tupac and Biggie's like what if they didn't die type stuff. I ain't need that like that much. Like it was cool. Like I just didn't feel it. Like it was just like I don't know if Tupac would have said this or Biggie would have said that
That's
or
a
would have
fact.
done this, done that. So it's one of those like maybe a passion project for him, like track for him, but he could have
That's a
kept that one
fact.
on there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
I think it's a good album. Definitely take a few listens to like really find the songs you
If
like.
you put on this album and weigh it at what you're supposed to be, what would be the weight?
Like I don't like just legit weight like pounds. Like
100%.
I mean, what's my max weight?
Oh no, 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 no. Don't no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Just
Don't do that.
I'm saying, is it a ton? Is it 100 pounds?
No,
Or
no, 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 no.
are we talking about
You
legit
know what
weight?
your weight is, and now you're choosing. You have to choose.
I give it a 75 pound out of 100. Like legit, like it's a really good album. It's a couple things that maybe I don't understand your question. That's what I'm trying to see. I think that's where I'm getting
I
lost
don't
at.
either. Move on. Let's don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
But like
Because
if
I
if
think I
you
started
if you
confusing
ask
myself.
like if you ask him like does it have like weight in like far as like being one of the greatest double disc albums or his one of his best albums that he ever had? Probably not my
Yeah,
favorite.
it
Probably
may
not my
not be the favorite, but you can throw it in there. No,
yeah.
right?
Like this will be Forest 2014 Forest Hill Drive, Villmatic. What was the off season? So this is like a fourth or fifth top album for me after serious consideration. Yeah,
Okay, because this album is not, I think he covered just about everything on this album.
yeah, and
And it's
to
not it's two remember, it's two parts to this.
yeah,
This is not just one part. Like there are two parts. Like there's a part one and a part two. He covered a lot of information, as far as striving for your goals and your dreams. The things that can happen when you're hanging out in the club, and you should probably go home instead of hanging out with the homies and standing around waiting on nothing to happen. Like there's a lot of things that he covered in this album. Paranoia. There's a lot of different things that he covered in this album. So
doubt all that. Yeah,
yeah, like I was listening to it, I was like, oh, paranoia kicks in when you start doing stuff like that. Like some certain
yeah,
things that he was talking about, like, oh, that's paranoia. And usually, if you feel like that to everybody that's out there, it's time to go home. Like maybe you shouldn't be there in the first place. Like don't you shouldn't be
yeah.
going to places like that to begin with. So, as far as his albums, like where does this rank? I don't know, but I like what he did performance wise, art wise, like it's just up there for me, bro.
That's something like and just what it really hurt. Listen to the first disc really, or probably most half of it. The only like
No,
I
cause
like it.
yeah, I'm first,
It's 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 it's
I'm first part of it. I'm done with that part, so I'm on to the next part.
yeah. So yeah, it's one of those you gotta like have no distractions. I don't know if you smoke still or not, but just have like a little bowl or something. Just sit
I didn't
down.
have a
No,
bowl or anything. I left work and I just started listening to it, and I was listening
okay,
to the punk bitch song or whatever it is, poor thing, whatever it was. Like I'm listening to all these different songs. I'm like, yo, he got it. He got it. And then that one song where he said, a friend of mine told me not to say nothing about what was going on, but I wanted to address it, but he didn't. And I was like, and he was like, okay, whatever. And I was like, nah, well, if it was whatever, you'd have done what you were supposed to do. But it's a solid project to me.
yeah.
And I haven't finished it completely yet. So
Yeah, I got
I'll leave it
some.
there.
He got this one song that made me chant out the let out. It's called the let out. Maybe out every now and then I'm in one of the crib like, oh, how we survive the let out, like all that. Like just he got some couple joints in there like it'll stick with you.
Yeah,
But you gotta be a really cold fan to really fuck with it, or a real straight hip hop purist.
there you go. There you go.
Boom
Say
bap.
it. Say it. Say it.
So
Because a lot of those beats that was coming on, that wasn't a lot of trap and drill shit, bro. That was
no,
just like,
not barely. Like a few songs that he tried to like, you can tell that he trying to like, all right, keep the
yeah,
bop going.
yeah.
You know, like who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Like that's obviously trying to keep the streets going a little bit for him. But if you like I said, the poor things, the let it out, safety, Bunch Road, blues, all them fire. And I don't know if I don't know. I just between his double album, Drake's double album, Scorpion, and Kendrick's double album, Mr. Morales, I might like this one the most. It took me a minute to really get into Kendrick's the second album. Like I had to go back to that. Took a minute to go back,
What?
and then I ain't gonna say I was the biggest. I wasn't the biggest fan of Scorpion. He had some some joints on there, but that was on the album. I felt like he could have cut off half that shit. Like
What?
damn Skippy.
Nah, that's your job to cut these other motherfuckers off where you can. But we'll say that for a rainy day. We'll say that for a rainy day. Anything else?
Good on that. I mean, unless once you run it back, you want to talk about it more. Maybe see something different or hear some of my what I
No.
hear some of my different. But I just liked all
Mm-mm.
the samples. He got the DMX how it's going down.
Mm-mm.
You got some Common to Light. You got some Set Off Boosie. You know, nice and slow. He used a lot of samples on there. But
He did, but he made the project work, which is what he was supposed to do. He had a lot to talk about, a lot of things to say. Um, I think he made it that way just to capitalize on what he was trying to do. Salute to J. Cole for getting up out of his seat and going and say, "Hey, my $5 million is tied to this. So I have to do it enough times, and then once I do that, then I got enough space to do what I need to do, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Shout out to J. Cole and Fall Off. 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me.
7.5, 7.75. Okay.
7.5, and then believe towards 8
Wasn't
afterwards.
Mac ahead of all that shit that was going on?
Who?
Mac. No, my
Miller?
fault. I'm sorry, not Mac. KOC.
KOD? The album?
KLC from No Limit. Wasn't he around for a lot of shit that was going on?
Um, I don't I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Go ahead, do your thing then, pimp.
Then we got last but not least, King of the Hill one more again. Point guard edition. Point guard or God edition, whichever one you prefer to call it. I just want to see.
uh, Point guard edition.
I just want to see where your head at.
Say it one more time. Say the title of it.
King of the Hill,
King of the
point
Hill.
guard edition.
King of the Hill.
Finna give you some straight heat.
King of the Hill. All right. Okay. All right. Let me change the chat. Let me change the boom. Let's go.
You ready? All
Hold on.
right.
Let me take my deep breath. Deep breath, cause Keith be on some bullshit. Deep breath, cause Keith be on some bullshit. Let me take a drink. One.
Man.
All right, let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go. Point guard edition.
Point guards.
Okay.
Jason White Chocolate Williams, Sacramento King point guard,
Mm-hmm. That's my
or
start off point.
Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland.
Okay.
Rod Strickland.
Rod
Mm-hmm.
Strick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we
Come
got
on. Come on.
Rod Strickland
Let's fight. Let's fight. Come on.
or John Stockton.
Rod Strickland. John Stockton. Damn. So let me say this. Rod Strickland is a dope point guard. He did what he did at 6 point something or 6 assists a game. But John Stockton is legendary because he was with one team for 15, 16 years out of his career, or even 20 years if that's what he did. And he has the most assists in the history of basketball. So when I'm looking at him not just his consistency, but his ability to do it with the same team and the same guys over and over again. So when you say John Stockton versus Rod Strickland, give me Rod Strickland. No, give me John Stockton, bro. I'm going John Stockton. John Stockton. I'm not like, and let me say this as well. Let me change the camera angle around this motherfucker, man, because for the people who don't know, go look up John Stockton.
Yeah.
Like we talk about this motherfucker like, oh, he was just a white boy that played basketball. No, this was a white boy who played basketball at the highest level. The only thing that excludes John Stockton from your all-time list is the fact that he never won championships. You want to know why John Stockton didn't win any championships as a basketball player? Because he ran into Michael fucking Jordan his whole career. Those 2, 3 years where they kept winning the Western Conference championships.
Yeah. Yep.
After that is the finals. The finals is you from the West Coast and you from the East Coast. The main guy they kept running into is Michael Jordan. So let's stop acting like John Stockton wasn't really a dope point guard. Oh, he did the same play over and over again. He did the same stuff. Bitch, if it's working, why would I go away from it? That's why I got 15,000 assists.
Yeah.
That's why I got 15,000 assists. And Chris Paul further confirmed what I'm saying because he was like, I don't think nobody's gonna catch that record because I tried it. What John Stockton did is immeasurable. You can't do what he did.
Yes,
Like he
sir.
really got to work very hard and know what you're doing to get that type of result. And as great as a point guard that CP3 is, what John Stockton did is legendary. 15,000 assists. All I did was dime guys off the pick and roll. I hit my power forward or I hit my shooter in the corner, and they could really shoot and they could really score, and it worked. So I'm picking John Stockton based on the fact that he knew basketball, and not only did he could he play basketball at that level, but he defended guys as well, and he wasn't short. Your your average point guard at that time was probably 5'9", 5'10", maybe even 5'11". John Stockton was 6'1", 6'2", and he
Yeah, you
hooped.
got
He
you
balled out. So when y'all say shit about John Stockton, he should have been on the Olympics team. Okay, I get that because we're talking about the greatest guys of all time. Isaiah Thomas should have been on that team. But while we here, let's not act like John Stockton couldn't bring the ball to court, run a play through Karl Malone, and get the ball to Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen or Chris
hmm
Mullin or any one of these guys. Like, let's just stop there. So if I gotta pick Rod Strickland or John Stockton, I'm going John Stockton. As much as pretty, as fly, as cold blooded as Rod Strickland is, give me the guy that went to the Western Conference Championship every time and then made the finals for those 2, 3, 4 years. Bang.
yeah,
Next one, Key.
yeah. That's why I should have went. This other person who I'm actually going to say next, who I should have matched up with Rod Strickland, but it's going to be John Stockton versus Tim Hardaway.
Ooh. John Stockton versus Tim Hardaway. Give me John Stockton.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, we got John Stockton
Mm.
or Gary Payton.
All right. All right. So my answer changes now because Gary Payton did the same thing that John Stockton did with a guy who was more athletic, agile, versatile on the court. So my answer is Gary Payton over John Stockton, but it is because not only because, but it's because of the work that Gary Payton did and the work that Sean Kemp did as well. So Sean Kemp in that era, if you go back and look, he wasn't the Rain Man. The Rain Man was not a slacker, and he did produce. He was a big part of them winning and going to the finals. So I'm going there. That's my final answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say that plus like he played actual pretty good defense. The glove they got called him the glove for a reason.
They call him the glove for a reason. Like you were not getting. Yeah, I'm not gonna even get into that. Okay, yeah, yeah.
All
Fuck
right,
all y'all.
Gary Payton
Mm.
or Isaiah Thomas.
You know what? This is when I just start saying shit like you ain't shit. Because I think it's appropriate right here that I just tell you that you ain't shit. Gary Payton versus Isaiah Thomas.
uh,
Oh,
Point guard.
yeah, point guard. That's what we talking about. Champions. So when we say that, the champion is really on one side. He ain't from Chicago. He from the west side of Chicago. You bitch.
There's a right answer. There's a wrong answer on this one.
Yeah, that's the only way to go. So give me Isaiah Thomas, man. Give me
All right.
Isaiah. Fuck. I wanted to say with Gary, but yeah, if we gotta be for real.
Yeah. All right. We got
Damn.
Isaiah Thomas
Okay.
or
I fucked up the podcast.
I'm just gonna throw it. Darren Williams.
Isaiah Thomas versus Dan. Yo, you a bastard. Uh, Isaiah Thomas versus Darren Williams. Isaiah Thomas versus Darren Williams. Give me Isaiah.
You got Zeke, Isaiah Thomas,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or
Hmm.
Penny Hardaway.
You a cold blood motherfucker. But I get what you doing. I get what you getting. So I don't know if y'all can see this nigga laughing. I don't know if y'all can see him laughing. So you said
Isaiah Thomas.
Penny Hardaway versus Zeke.
Or number one, Penny Hardaway. Or
Yeah.
Anthony Penny
Yeah.
Hardaway.
I'm saying what I'm saying. Give me Penny. Wait. Yeah,
Mm,
Give me
mm.
Penny Hardaway. Give me Penny Hardaway.
Oh, all
Stop playing. Stop playing.
right. Penny Hardaway
Mm.
or Tony Parker.
Give me Tony Parker. Give me Tony Parker. Let's just knock that out the way. Like Tim Hardaway is dope, but stop it.
Penny Hardaway? That's what I
Mm-hmm.
was- okay, so okay, cool. Make sure that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And who you say won that motherfucker again?
I don't know. I ain't saying nothing. I was just over here eating chips and shit.
Did that cross the motherfucker out?
Hold on. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, can I go? I'm gonna go grab some cheese curls. Let me go grab some cheese curls. I'm a Chicago nigga. Let me get my shit together real
Oh
quick.
shit. Let's get it. Who the fuck? Oh, Tony Parker. He really picked Tony Parker over Zeke? That's crazy.
All right, I'm back. Look at my cheese curls. Let's go.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Parker
Mm-hmm.
or Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, that's good. Tony Parker. I'm staying with Tony Parker. Do you remember that era?
Yeah, like Hibachi was crazy. Like if he didn't get hurt and did that dumb gun stuff, he could have been. Like, he was a Steph Curry before Steph Curry, low key. But
Okay,
Tony Parker became a monster those last few championships.
so in that era, the other option was to bring who there to the Spurs. Do you remember?
Come on, besides, I mean, Ginobili now? Come on, or
Mm-mm. It was Ginobili. Or wait. It was Tim Duncan, and there might have been Ginobili there already. No, let's say it was Ginobili, Tim Duncan, Steven Jackson, Sean
oh,
Elliott, right?
hmm,
They needed a point guard because Avery Johnson was retiring.
right.
Who was their other option? Do you remember?
Besides, ooh, Avery Johnson had Mario Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
Vinny Del Negro.
Mm-mm.
Was he the
Mm-mm.
backup? So
They
I
were
think I thought
both.
right after Avery was done, they drafted Tony Parker.
Jason Kidd was going to sign a deal to go to the Spurs.
Okay, I just said
Mm-hmm.
who actually was on the team. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Jason Kidd was going to sign a deal to come there.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told Popovich that the kid in the draft was Tony Parker from France.
Gotcha.
He was 17 or 18 years old. It would be a gamble, but they said if they gave the kid the time to develop, it
Yeah.
would be a win for them. And they
Which,
took this.
which it did. Shit, it happened immediately. Damn near.
That's a fact. So they instead of going after Jason Kidd, they went after Tony Parker in a draft, which means they paid less money. Tony Parker will have to adjust to Tim Duncan, which was of course a whole thing in itself, but it came with like what, three more rings or whatever, four more
Yeah.
rings. So all right, boom. So I'm at Tony Parker right now, right?
Yeah. Yep. And great segue because the next person I was going to bring up, Tony Parker versus Jason Kidd.
You an asshole, and you only did that because I said that. Yeah, that's what that was.
Kind of not right.
Mm.
He was about to be second, the first or the second one. So I was trying to stay in that little era a little bit too. It's gonna be tough to knock down J Kidd. I know that.
Okay.
On some point guard stuff,
Mm,
you
mm,
gotta really,
mm, mm,
you
mm.
really gotta like, you really set your team up, running the gun, behind the back pass, between the leg, like whatever you wanted, he got it.
So here's my thing. Shit. Damn.
Somebody else supposed to be replacing Tony Parker on Spurs.
Did Jason Kidd ever win a championship
Yeah,
as a
with
player
with in Dallas. He
at
was he,
one
he was
time?
he was in it was in his career, but he was a factor on that team, low key. But he took the New Jersey Nets to the finals twice, two
Twice,
years
and
in a row.
they got their ass beat half to death against Shaq and Kobe.
I mean, if you're gonna lose to a team, why not be that one?
So now, right now, we're saying a prime Tony Parker
Versus a prime Jason Kidd.
versus a prime Jason Kidd.
I'm sorry, but it's not that hard to think of especially when it comes down to point guard.
This is where we end a podcast, and I just log off. Ladies and gentlemen, and remember the mission statement.
it
Uh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
is.
So let me be for real. If we start talking about prime, Jason Kidd never really fell off. He just got up the court when it was his time.
Yeah, like that way, whatever he did, he was able to still do until he got to New York, where he was just a shooter, a spot up shooter, but he still set them up decently.
And
He was a liability on defense when he was older, but any other team when he was in Phoenix
a
and
six
he was
foot four
with
point guard. How many guys can say that it was 6'4" in a point guard?
running the show. I don't know how many assists he got, but I feel like he up there with John Stockton damn now.
We should look into that.
I ain't saying as many, but
Yeah.
he probably not. He probably top five. I would hope.
I'm going to say if we talk about assists, John Stockton is number one with like 15,000, and everybody else has like 10 or 11,000
Yeah,
assists.
he gotta be one of those 10 or 11 motherfuckers. I would hope he played in the league long enough.
How much shit can you talk while I look this up?
Well, J Kidd, man, from all the passes I've seen throughout his career, literally like running the show with Kmart, Richard Jefferson. I see him made some of the craziest passes on the fast break. Like some passes you would think how did you even see that? How did you even know to look for that? I don't run it like literally when you come to who like if you start a team, who would you want your point guard to set the table for everybody else? Let's say if your Florida player was like straight scoring motherfucker like shooting guard score, small forward 3-and-D score, power forward score. All you had to do is set them up. I'll probably pick Jason Kidd, maybe John Stockton, but as far as like leading the break, getting the ball, just being smart, he's just a high IQ player
All right, I
on
think I
that
got
team.
it. All right. For everybody that's listening, for his average, Jason Kidd averaged 8.7 assists for his career, 12,091 assists total for 19 years. That's his total.
Just imagine once he would have got the motherfucker made real shots, more shots.
For John Stockton career, He has 15,806 assists.
If J. Kidd had a Karl Malone on his team for 18 years, he'd be right up there.
He got a shooter on this team as a power forward. So the question is, who's the better point guard? Who am I choosing?
Yeah, Tony Parker or Jason Kidd.
Tony Parker or Jason Kidd? Give me Jason Kidd.
Got it. Got it. All right. A few more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jason Kidd versus his old teammate when he was on the same team in Phoenix, Steve Nash.
Yo, you know what?
Who was the best point guard of all time?
I gotta speak the truth because we gotta let Keith know that he ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't just you plot shit out like this, and it's fine. Like I appreciate you doing it.
It's all about matchups, baby.
Mm-hmm. Jason Kidd or who?
Steve Nash. I found the ball like Steve Nash. Led that Phoenix Suns team to one of the best offenses that changed the
Give me
game.
Steve Nash. Give me Steve Nash.
What? Okay.
Give me Steve Nash.
He was a little more offensive than Jason Kidd
Uh
was.
huh. You were. He was 40, 50, 90. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Steve Nash or Dame Lillard?
Give me Steve. No hesitation.
No hesitant.
Mm-mm.
Steve
Let me
Nash.
and let me say this for everybody that's listening. Those shots that Dame Lillard could hit, Steve was already doing that.
We can.
He was already doing that. That was nothing. Go ahead.
All right, we got ball like Steve Nash or Kyrie Irving.
Not your mother, but somebody's mother is a whore. All right. We're saying this. Not your mother, but
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Steve Nash or Kyrie Irving. Has Kyrie Irving won a championship? He won one, right?
You want one? I
Steve
want to
ain't
say
win nothing.
he didn't win nothing, but Kyrie had LeBron. They ain't won nothing since LeBron.
Give
But
me
he did go
Steve
to the
Nash.
he has been to the finals though since LeBron though.
Give me Steve
Steve,
Nash.
Steve Nash, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Kyrie ain't really an assist guy. He will give you assists, but
Yeah,
Steve
yeah,
Nash will average like 10 assists a game.
yeah. On accident. All right, with I ain't say not overachiever or like he made some people some stars like Joe Johnson,
Sean Marion, bro.
John Marion, Quentin Richardson, Amari. So I give him that because he made some of us low key.
He
He
made
set them
some
up.
guys good. I don't remember Kyrie doing that for nobody.
Yeah, true. All right, Steve Nash or the newly retired CP3, Chris Paul.
CP3 versus Chris Paul. CP3 versus Chris Paul. CP3 versus Chris Paul. Give me Steve Nash.
All
Give me
right,
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Yeah. Give me Steve.
Yeah, Steve Nash
Lucky
or
13.
Russell Westbrook.
That's easy. Give me Donovan McNabb. No, give me Steve Nash.
Steve
Mm-hmm.
Nash, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Nash.
The point guard edition of this is going to be difficult because there's a lot of great
Yeah.
point guards.
And there's a lot of point guards I definitely didn't even get to mention.
It's okay.
Uh, but we getting that to the last nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm. It's
Steve
okay.
Nash, he banged a half bag of country curls, y'all. His insides.
Gonna be
finna
on
be
fire.
on fire. But
I'm gonna be
that's
pooping
Chicago.
chili.
You can't tell us about hot stuff. We can eat some hot stuff.
I can.
Stuff like that, be a little callous. Like even when I go out eating like some real other hot, like made hot to be hot,
It numb you up. It's
man.
numb me up for everything else. Nothing else is hot after this.
Fan girls be like, you like spice? I'm like, yeah, girl. And
Mm-hmm.
think it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't.
They're gonna taste it on
Think gonna be
everything.
work. No, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Steven, Nashville, or Derek Rose. Steven Q Nash
Stevenson Q, Nashville,
or Derek
or
Rosen.
Darrington, Rosenville. I like what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Mm-hmm.
I'm being real about it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna still say with Steve Nash.
Disrespect, Pooh. Your disrespect.
Pooh,
I would have
Pooh,
showed you no matter what, Pooh.
Pooh. Hey, Pooh. Inglewood is all good.
No matter what, Pooh. If you never
Nation
got
to this
hurt,
bitch cave in.
you would have been the greatest.
Nation to this bitch cave in. You already know how this goes. But if we talking about point guards and point guards, that man was literally averaging a dime a night for years.
All right.
Show me when Pooh was doing that.
I
I'll
mean,
wait. I'll wait.
he was going through the lanes, dunking on mugs, crossing everybody. He was making mugs miss games. I'm sorry. Until mother like get the Derrick Rose flu, mother was like, I can keep up with Steve Nash. He's like, oh, he breaking me apart with this wrestling stuff. But Derrick Rose was unstoppable.
And when did Pooh average a dime a night?
Who was he
I'll wait.
throwing him over to? Get him a Amari, a Quentin Richardson, straight shooters, Joe Johnson around him every night. He would have a dime a night. He had about 7 to 8, 6.
And while I hear that,
That's just that what he said. He didn't
while
want
I
to be
hear
that point
that,
guard.
Nash was still 40, 50, 90. Right?
As far as I know, they both went to as far as the same when they led their teams. Eastern Conference Championship, Western Conference Championship. Neither one of them won a championship. So,
Or I
but off longevity though, Steve Nash for sure.
ain't going off longevity. I'm talking about point guard status.
Derrick Rose affected his team just as much as Steve Nash did. He affected the defense. When your defense got to go for you, like set their whole defense on you, that affects it, man.
You correct,
But
Steve Nash.
it's your pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Steve Nash or Steph Curry?
That's
Greatest
fucked up.
shooter or the greatest Canadian? Is
You see what he tried to do, ladies and gentlemen? The greatest
he-
Canadian. You know what? I'm
play
logging off
back
this podcast. I'm
to
sick of
play
this shit.
basketball?
I'm sick of this podcast. I had enough of this bull. All right. Steve Nash versus Steph Curry. Steph Curry can carry a team. Give me Steph Curry.
Mm, mm.
That's
All right.
40, 50, 90 with the ability to do the same thing you doing, but just be more greedy on the offensive side instead of the passing the ball. Because who was he passing it to anyway? But all right, cool. Wait. I can't say that because he had Kevin Durant and he had Klay Thompson. He had all them guys.
Yeah. He has some help, a little bit of help, but
So if we
it
start
was
saying
organic.
point guard, so if we start saying point guard, should I be looking back the other way and go Steve Nash,
And
or
this will be
should I
the
just stay?
first. Can this be the first renege?
Is it a renege? Because I'm not satisfied with my answer.
I mean, sorry, you was going Steph. I think you actually legit said Steph Curry. You was like, you got to think about that. You're like point guard
Point
ish.
guard, point guard. Like Steve Nash is the ultimate because he wanted to get everybody involved. Steph was like, if I make it past half court and none of you bitches drop back 30 to 35 feet, I'm pulling.
Yeah, true. I'm talking about point guards.
Steve Nash was like, I'm gonna get across half court and I'm gonna get it to you. Put that bitch up
You bitch ass
with your whole ass.
niggas.
I'm gonna stick with Steph Curry. Let's go.
All right, all right. Steph Curry
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
Magic Johnson.
Give me magic. Give me magic. I see what you try to do. And you're not slick, you dirty
I was
motherfucker.
hoping you stick with Steve Nash. You're like, all right, this is where you come down to the real point guard right here.
Mm-mm. You're
Steve
not
Nash.
slick, you dirty motherfucker. Because if I would have said Steve, if I would have said Steph over Magic, what would you have said?
Yes. That that's the debate right there. Like he probably the best point guard of all time. Then not maybe not to me because I feel like when you're a point guard, you just set everybody else and make the offense go. Even though Steph is the offense, but he's not. Your kind of your situation where you said Derrick Rose wasn't getting 10 assists a game. Steph ain't getting 10 assists a game.
He's not. He's not.
So that's why I'm like,
He's not. But he's a winner.
yes,
And I can
yeah,
count on him to do stuff on the court that nobody else can do.
yeah,
All right.
true.
So you're talking about a unicorn at that position. Even though I'm not diming out 10, 11 assists, if I catch the ball and I get past half court, you are going to be at a disadvantage if I can set my feet at any point in time and get
True.
my shot up. So that's why I said that's why I'm picking Steph Curry. Now, normally I would go Steve Nash because Steve Nash was the ultimate. He was a point guard, a floor general. He ran a Dallas Mavericks offense, and then he ran a Phoenix Suns offense as well. So two different types of offense, but in those situations, that's where he was great. But when it came to winning over all, Steph Curry is that guy. But when you get to talking about winning at a high clip, we're talking
Man.
about one of the greatest who fought against guys. Yeah, he,
Like
and
his
that's
first
when.
year, he won the championship in the game 7, played center to win that bitch.
And I'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
I mean, that's it. That's Magic Johnson. That's top notch. Unless you want to throw some momos in there,
No,
some
because there ain't nobody else. Who am I? Who will I put over Magic Johnson?
Ben Simmons. Not
Man said Ben Simmons over Magic Johnson.
nah.
Bitch, I kill you.
No, nobody really else. Like, I mean, unless you want to go,
Mm-mm.
you can't even go back like that. But yeah, Magic Johnson is probably best point guard to me. Like, played all five positions, more more efficient with winning. He won 5 out of what 9, 10 seasons.
Yes. In the
He
end,
gave Kareem.
in the end, my status of point guards is pretty good.
Yeah,
Magic, Steph, Steve Nash. So I'm good. I have no problem with that.
my personal favorite point guard.
And John Stockton. You say what?
I was gonna say my personal favorite, and then who I think the true best point guard. Personal favorite is definitely Derrick Rose. Like
Yeah.
he running through all these niggas. I'm sorry, he running through
Yeah.
all these niggas.
He does. He does.
But legit point guard, Magic Johnson. Actually, I like Jason Kidd, man. Jason Kidd
I hear you. I hear you.
leading the way. Steve Nash is another one too. Like I have to give him respect to him. Like bro, that man, that white boy was cold. So, and then of course John Stockton. Because of Jordan, I ain't rock with him. So,
That's the thing. You lying if you can't have John Stockton up there. You
oh no,
lying.
he up to like it's he literally it's Magic Johnson. If you're going on straight point guard, John Stockton, then you could do whoever you want to do. Steve Nash,
100%.
Jason Kidd.
hundred
on some
percent.
straight point guard stuff.
Yes.
But if you give me like out of history, everything they did, winning and all that, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, John Stockton, then the rest of them motherfuckers.
Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and I'm guessing Chris Paul, maybe.
I'm not mad at Chris Paul, even though I was a Darren Williams fan. From
Oh,
but
my bad,
CP3
Darren.
CP3 longevity and just what I saw him do for each team, he made them winners. He turned
So
the
all
Clippers.
time, I would go Magic Johnson, Tony Parker, Steph Curry. Hee hee. Um, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, Tony Parker, Jason Kidd, Isaiah Thomas,
Not mad at that.
or maybe take out Jason Kidd. Maybe I could throw in Derrick Rose, but you talking about actual point guards.
Yeah, just
Easy.
serving it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
hundred
I mean,
percent.
other people, some people might say Andre Miller, like he dished it
Andre
up.
Miller was a
I,
dope ass point guard. He was.
I could have thrown in Chauncey Billups, Big Shot Bob.
Big shot Billups.
So,
Big
yeah,
shot
that's
Billups.
Magic Johnson wins it. Who was your main? Tony Parker was in there for a little bit,
Tony Parker
and,
was
and
there,
Steve
but
Nash.
Steve Nash, he was around for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
so
else you got to carry? You got to get out?
I'm good on that. Besides that,
No.
anything on
So
you?
no, I'm working on some guests, getting some guests on here. That's all. We and one of these episodes we got to go live. So just so you know, one of these episodes we're gonna have to do live just to see how the people react to it. All right.
Yeah, yep.
We're gonna do like three or four of those just to see what happens with it. All right.
That's
You
just
good? Anything else you need to mention before we cut up out of here?
no. I got my ending. Uh, closeout joint. Then you can do yours.
What? What? Go ahead. Say that thing, man.
All right, y'all. It could be the meanest burger in the world. I say the meanest burger in the world if
Say
you
that.
cook it that way. Hey, I gotta stop smoking this shit here. But yeah,
I think he had a couple of bumps too many. But yeah, ladies and
hey,
gentlemen,
you gotta think about that. It's all about how you cook it.
I'm gonna cook me a burger 85%, 15% fat. Ladies and gentlemen, and remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. This is another episode of Sports Punch. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you guys have fun. Enjoy your week. It's gonna be 60 degrees tomorrow, 40 degrees after that, and it's gonna drop on down. But make sure that you have fun. Be safe. Some people that I know lost their life this week. I'm not gonna say their names. But my condolences to everybody's family from the hospitality industry. God bless you all. Love you all to the next life and a life after that and a life after that and a life after that. To infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear would say. KeefTooTall, man. God bless you and your family. Hope you and your family are doing well.
Same,
Uh,
same for you.
let's link up another time, have some fun, have some drinks, kick it, talk some
Yes.
stuff, and enjoy ourselves. Again, ladies and gentlemen, love on your family because you never know it when the last time may be. And we are out of here.
Uh,
Ruh.